Jack Welch, who is the target audience for your new book, The Real Life MBA?
Well, it's really an MBA in a book, so it's a broad audience. The subtitle is Winning the Game, Building Your Team, and Growing Your Career. So we talk to leaders, we talk to people that are building small teams, big teams, first jobs, and we talk to people at work how they can grow their career. So it really is a broad audience. It's an MBA in a book. It's available to people that want to refresh, if they've got an MBA. It's to people from high school who want to know what business looks like. And a college graduate like you in history can grab it and get a real sense of what an MBA is all about.
Going back to get an MBA today, that takes time and it takes money and a kind of flexibility that not everyone has. And if you've ever thought to yourself, I wish I had an MBA, or I really need an MBA, or I know someone who needs an MBA, we thought we'd write that book for that person.
And in the book, you cover a lot of the segments that they teach in business schools, whether it be sales, marketing, finance. When you travel the country and you speak to leaders in corporate America, where are these skills, or which of these skills is most lacking?
Well, I think that when we travel and talk to people, we found two things lacking. One is alignment. I mean, and it doesn't mean if you're just a corporate, if you're at the top or if you're at the bottom, the alignment of everybody walking in the same direction and moving together in unison, alignment is lacking. We also think we found a huge fear of finance. That's why we have a chapter called Fear of Finance No More.
But without question, Suze, I think that if you look at that Gallup poll that comes out every month on employee engagement, that's why you need alignment. It's 35% of American workers are engaged in their job, and you spend most of your day at work. So you need CEOs to learn the techniques to get in people's skin, engage them, show them meaning and purpose. And we talk about that a lot in the book.
And in the book, you talk about building a wow culture. Can a culture be taught, or does it have to be built organically?
Every once in a while, rarely, a perfect culture or great culture or wow culture will emerge organically, but it's rare. I think you really, as a leader and even as a team member, you've got to work hard to create a culture where people have got all the right values, the values want, and are aligned.
You got to focus on what's in it for them. As you talk about meaning and change and where you're going, what's in it for them? Why do they want this? What are you offering? And you've got to make that case over and over again until you gag on it. But people have got to understand the root of where they're going.
Well, on that note, in the book, you talk about leadership with empathy. And a lot of people might raise eyebrows with that coming from a guy nicknamed Neutron Jack. How would you respond to that?
We're talking about the exact things I did for 20 years at GE and I've done for the last 15 years in private equity. Get in people's skin. Have their back, develop a leadership culture, which we call truth and trust. Only truth spoken here. Candor, no spin. And you can trust us. We'll tell you where you stand. We'll tell you what you're doing right, and we'll tell you what you need to do to improve. You'll never come in wondering, how do I fit in here? Where do I sit? Too many people never get told where they stand. When we're in crowds out in the field, and we ask, how many people know where you stand in your company? We get 10%. People don't get told. So we were always in people's face about what they're doing, what we like about what they're doing, and how they can improve.
Is there a CEO, a public company CEO, that relates or displays the traits that you discuss in the book right now? Someone very special that you're watching?
Well, there's a number. Today's CEOs, by the way, and I think you've seen them, are so much better than they were 30 years ago. I mean, they're into the game, their sleeves are rolled up. But I'll give you a couple examples. Jeff Bezos has done a hell of a job. Kevin Plank at Under Armour. It's just intense. He's taken on Nike, a giant. And he's got his team so engaged to go after them. I think he's spectacular.
Do you think the next great leader, instead of coming from Harvard Business School, is going to come from the Jack Welch Institute of Management, something online and remote, as opposed to one of these top 20 business schools?
We would, of course, love it. It's going to take time. But I'll tell you, they're all going to have an online component. You can't keep the economics and the value proposition the way tuitions have gone up. So in time, there's going to be more and more online components to it. And we've got an online school that's growing 40% a year, the Jack Welch Management Institute. Students are getting an 18% average raise while they're in there. We got 900 students. And that's working every day, learning on Monday, practicing on Tuesday, sharing the results with their classmates on Friday, all online.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jack.
Thank you very much.
Suzy Welch.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for watching The Street.